Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for dedicating the time to sit with me and hear what I have to say regarding our astrological and spiritual influences for this coming month. This is actually take two of this video. The first one, we had some technical difficulties. The sound was not working properly, so I am trusting that this will be working well and that everyone can hear what it is that I am saying. We had a full moon this month on March 4th, and the significance of that full moon specifically deals with our understanding in what it is and how we are in service to humanity. More specifically, the continuation of that understanding. You know, I've spoken about this many times that since 2007, 2008 timeframe, many of us were given the opportunity to really recognize what it is that it could be considered to be our purpose while we are embodied in this physical form at this time during our earthly experience. And this last full moon was really giving us the opportunity to recognize how we can continue moving forward in our own spiritual evolution and how it is that we are in service to humanity. And it really doesn't matter what it is that we are doing which demonstrates that potential. It's also really considered, or rather connected to, the intention that we have behind whatever it is that we are being. And that's really how we raise the vibration of humanity. And we're all really being given the opportunity and being called to recognize what it is that we are setting in motion that will raise the vibration of humanity. You know, we've seen some very horrific experiences take place in the world over these last few months specifically. You know, we're also at a time where we might see that unsettlement surge. And that has to do with the energies of Uranus and Pluto, and it's something that I've been talking about for quite some time. Specifically this week on March 16th, that is the seventh and final alignment, specific alignment of these energies during their particular cycle at this time. As I said, that's the seventh specific exact alignment. The number 7 in numerology connects with and represents a fullness, a completion. This cycle of experience has been influenced or in orbs since June of 2012, around that time. And actually the first time it was exact was when we experienced the Occupy Wall Street experience. And, you know, certainly anything, whether it's a protest, whether it's a demonstration or whatever, unless we really approach something from a place of love, it's not going to necessarily raise our vibration. So whatever it is that we're doing, let's be aware to do it from a place of love, not from a place of rebellion, not from a mindset of trying to make another wrong, because really whatever is wrong or right is just relative. We also, at the end of this week on March 20th, we have a new moon solar eclipse. One of the many significance of an eclipse is that it shifts energy. The energy is the alignments of the sun, the moon, and earth are very much precise and very much specific in their alignment. And the influences of whether it's a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse can have a duration of a longer influence. Many times the new moons that we experience on any during any month, it generally lasts from new moon to new moon. The solar eclipse influences will remain in effect for up to 6 months and sometimes even longer, and we can even feel the effects of either the solar or the lunar eclipse up to 3 months prior to the exact of the lunation. Right before this eclipse and in the days leading up to it, I certainly suggest in any sort of way to really clean the slate, clear the palette for what is coming for you. You know, at the time of a new moon, because it's a new beginning, we want to be very aware to bring only with us that which is going to serve a greater purpose. You know, we want to clear away any negative energy, any negative thoughts. Many times I suggest doing a thorough energy clearing of your homes. Also, not only an energy clearing, but a physical clearing of the home as well, because that generates and shifts a tremendous amount of positive energy. So certainly perhaps in the days leading up to the solar eclipse on March 20th, you might be very aware of what it is that you are, or rather what it is that you need to do in your home in terms of clearing the energy, both from an etheric understanding, but also from the physical perspective as well. Incidentally, about 13 hours after the new moon, we have the vernal equinox. It's the beginning of spring. You know, and certainly many of us here in the Northeast, we have experienced somewhat of a harsh winter. However, you know, I believe that there is beauty in every season, and you know, there is very much life that is generating and germinating during the winter time period. So nothing, of course, obviously nothing in nature is ever stagnant, and nothing is ever really not living, if you will. So in these next few months, during this vernal time frame, the vernal equinox charts that is cast for the United States, you know, we're really being given the opportunity to recognize and see the beauty in all of humanity. You know, that is something that we certainly need to become very aware of, not only in this time, but forever, for whatever times are coming as well. And you know, once we can recognize the beauty in humanity, certainly we raise the vibration of humanity and really create a very positive shift throughout all of humanity. You know, many of us also too who have embarked upon a very unconventional spiritual path, you know, we've been challenged very, very much so from some dark energies, you know, and in these last few months, especially since the last series of eclipse back in the fall, in the October timeframe, there has been a surge of dark and negative energy. That surge of energy can certainly intensify at this time, and many of us who are sensitive to spirit, to this energy, we will feel the effects of it. However, I certainly encourage everyone to push forward, to clear yourself, protect yourself in any way that you can, in whatever way that might be for you, because those of us who are on a very specific path, you know, that energy is going to pull out all the stops to try to stop us from really what it is that we need to do. So I certainly encourage everyone to continue moving forward. You know, I keep hearing one line out of a Bruce Springsteen song, and the line goes, "Dreams will not be thwarted, faith will be rewarded." I'm certainly going to encourage everyone to recognize how we certainly will be rewarded for all the efforts that we have been setting in motion, especially since the 2008 timeframe. It's amazing, we're already almost in the middle of March, and in about 6 weeks, probably less than 6 weeks, I will be back at the mystical moon. I believe my first day there meeting with clients is April 22nd. Lori has my schedule. I will be available for about 7 or 8 days to meet with clients. The schedule always fills up very, very quickly. So once again, I'm very much looking forward to being back at the mystical moon with Lori, everybody there. And sitting with everyone privately as well. So until then, thank you so very much for this time that we have together. Sending many blessings, love, and namaste. Be well. Thank you.